All right, we're gonna do this in a take two because I was filming the predictions video and literally a quarter way through, my mic had gone on me. So this guy right here, these stupid little Rode mics. No, well, I didn't charge my battery, so that's probably not a good start. Anyways, so let's get into it here. Before we start the video, in the upcoming video that will be posted very soon, I will be posting my pronation lifts. I've been getting a lot of questions on it. It's coming, so stay tuned. And I'm excited because, to be honest with you guys, I have a strong wrist, I have a strong hand, but I have never done this lift before, and I am extremely weak right here. So yeah, anyways, let's get into the video. So East versus West 13, Istanbul, Turkey, July 6th, 2024. Let's just run through the card, and then we're gonna get into the details on who I think is actually going to win. Todd Hutchins, Kozadinov. Actually, you know what? I can't even say half of these names because, to be honest with you guys, I don't even know who they are. I have not done my research, so I'm just gonna go to the people that I know. And if you guys want to have like some extremely high detailed analysis of each match, you're gonna have to find somewhere else because unfortunately, I'm not that good. So let's just get into. At least I'm gonna try to not butcher some of these names. But Carolina Pedersen, Olga Tripalova, Arb Chernenko, Toms Rositz, Ayan Takanaka, Dmitrina Petrova. Okay, I'm sorry, I definitely butchered the first one. Evgeny Prudnik versus Irakli Zirkishvili. Travis Beja, he is back. Right arm best of 5, and he is going up against Sergey Kalinichenko. Can't say that name. Then we have Chance Shaw coming up against Ibrahim Sagov, an absolute killer. Then we get Zurab Tabrad. I screwed that up. Then we have Zurab coming up against Petro Marhand. And to be honest, I don't know who that is either. But I know who Zurab is. Artem Tanyov against Betkili Onyani. Yeah, you can tell who I know and who I don't know. David Dadikan going up against Oleg Petrenko. What an absolute match that's going to be. Then we have Artyom Morozov against Vitaly Letnin, and that is the one I am most anticipated for. But let's just run right through this card here. I'm going to give you guys my predictions on who I think is going to win and why. And let's just get right into the actual matches. So, best of 5 right arm in the 105 kilo class. We have Todd Hutchins against Kozadinov. Now, I'm immediately going to give you guys, no, you know what? I think Todd Hutchins is going to win this, and I think he's going to win it extremely convincingly. The reason is side pressure in his hand. I do see Kozadinov actually stopping the match in the first or the second round just by getting that hook in and then digging deep and then bleeding out Todd. But I think that Todd Hutchins' side pressure and hand control is just going to be a little bit too much. Krasimir Kozadinov has an extremely strong hand, very good top roll hand, but I do think that Todd Hutchins is just going to be a little bit too much. And part of the reason for that too is Todd Hutchins does not have a large hand, but he has a thick and strong hand. I mean, you guys can see training of him just literally training with a tennis ball, and his thumb muscle alone is just stupid strong. But in all reality, I think his side pressure is going to be a little bit too much. And I think he's going to end up in a style of like an Artem Taranenko in a way where he comes in, he commits full side pressure, and then he has a little bit of a cup in his arm. He's a little bit of a cup in his forearm. And I think the match is going to be over there. So I can see this honestly going 4-1. Let's move on to another match that I am aware of. I've seen a lot of footage on Carolina Pedersen, and I think her top roll is extremely strong. So I can see her winning because, to be honest with you guys, well, I obviously don't know who Olga Tripalova is. However, I do see Carolina Pedersen winning by top roll, and that's just because I've seen a ton of footage of this girl just murdering people. Next match, Artem Taranenko against Toms Rositz, and I hope I didn't butcher that. So this is going to be a best of 5 left arm 85 kilo super match, and I don't know too much about Toms Rositz, but I do know a fairly decent amount about Artem. Top roll king is how you guys would know him, and I can just see this just based off me knowing Artem and how he pulls and his style. I'm just gonna go with him strictly just because His left arm, which he's competing at, is much more dominant than his right arm. He's going down in weight. He was much heavier than this. He's now at 85 kilos. And he's just been dominant overall throughout his career. I can see him doing top roll straight side pressure, and then if that fails, he kind of leans into like a Todd Hutchins style where he's away from his arm, but everything's pulling in sideways. Artem's side pressure is extremely strong, and I think a lot of people don't give him enough credit for his bicep power as well. So I can just see him going to like somewhat maybe of a hook, like a distant hook, maybe defensive top roll, and then just dragging Tom's Rosets in. So I'm gonna take Artem there. Evgeny Prudnik versus Irakli Zirikishvili. So I think we all know who Evgeny Prudnik is, and I think we mostly all know who Irakli Zirikishvili is. What a match this is going to be. So Irakli, I think Irakli is going to take this just because of how dominant these guys have been. And you know what? Let's actually just pull up the stats real quick. Let's just talk about their recent records. Okay, so let's do Prudnik. Last match, lost against Muratov 4-0. Then he won against Daddy Can 4-2. Then he lost, of course, against Devin Larratt. Surprise. Then he beat Todd Hutchins 3-0. Then he beat Matt Mask 3-1, and a couple more wins. So, recent record is extremely strong. He's beat some big names. And then if we pull up, let's go pull up Irakli. Yeah, let's go pull up Irakli Zirikishvili. I know Irakli is on an absolute tear as well. So, show the results. Okay. So, last win 4-0 against Sasho Andreev. 4-0 win. Then he beat Paul Lin 3-0. Easy win. Then he lost against Babayev 3-2. What a freaking series of matches that was. Then he lost against Daddy Can 3-0. But this is also dating back to August of 2023. So pretty much, well, not a year ago, but I'd say about 7-8 months ago. Even though, just based off records alone, even though Irakli has a little bit more losses in the near to mid past, I still want to take Irakli in this. And this is almost solely because he's obviously trains with Levon, but every time I'm looking at footage of this guy, every time I'm seeing him pull, he's literally ripping through guys. Like, you give him a full supinated position, he comes out, full rotation, pronation, right out through the hand, and then his, I wouldn't call it so much side pressure, but his bicep power is so strong. I can only see him doing the same thing to Prudnik. Now, obviously, Prudnik is a killer himself, but I just see the Ukrainian losing just slightly. I could probably see this match going 3-2 for Irakli. Yeah. Travis Bejin against Sergey Kalinichenko. This is gonna be wild. So I have to go with my boy Travis. Travis on this is left arm, one sec. Let's see this here. No right arm, ooh. Well, I'm still gonna go with Travis. And we all know how Travis pulls. It's extremely simple. He comes up, he gets above, he squeezes, straight side pressure. And you know what? 5-0 Travis Bejin for this, even though Sergey Kalinichenko is an absolute beast. I could just see Travis being a little bit too much, especially for a return at a heavyweight. Travis does have a point to prove, and I think he's going to be a dark horse in this matchup, and I am beyond excited to see how he does. Let's run through this. I would give the Chance Shaw prediction against Ibrahim Sagov, but to be honest, I only know who Chance Shaw is, and I don't want to give a prediction just because I have no idea who the other guy is. You know, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Okay, 2 more matches. So, Daddy Can, Petrenko. I think I'm going to have to go with Petrenko on this one. If you just look at Petrenko's last win against Angerbayev, he literally dominated him 4-0. Then he beat Barboza, Marcio Barboza right before that 3-0. Then he took on Chance Shaw, who's, it was a bump in the road, 3-1. And then his last loss would have been at East vs. West 6, January 21st, 2023. So it's been a while since he's actually lost. And Petrenko is an absolute dark horse in this division. The 28-year-old from Ukraine, he's only been getting so much stronger, and he's actually showing it in his matches. I can see him dominate. I wouldn't say dominating, but I can see. But Daddy Can is Daddy Can is the real deal. Yeah, look, even Daddy Can in his most recent matches, whooped Todd Hutchins 4-1, whoop-de-doo, no big deal. Then he lost against Prudnik. Then obviously, like I mentioned before, he beat Irakli Zerkishvili 3-0. And then he beat Oleg Zok. You guys know who Oleg Zok is, the freak. Oh my God, left arm, like that's wild. Oleg Zok, the genetic freak. I mean, there's nothing to even talk about. As much as part of me wants to say Daddy Can is going to win this, I have to give this one to Petrenko. I just think Petrenko's been on an absolute tear. And you guys can see just his last couple matches and the training footage. The guy is an absolute beast, and he's a freak of nature. So I'm going to take Petrenko on this one. Probably about, he's going to win. Out of the 7, the best of 7, I think he's going to be in dominant fashion. I think he's going to show his true strength. And then we have Morozov against Lalatin. Let's just look a little bit of a closer look at these guys. So Artem Morozov, 26 years old, 130 kilos, 6'4", almost 21-inch biceps, 18.5-inch forearms. That's insane. And then you have the Russian, the 34-year-old Vitaly Letnin at 135 kilos, 6'8". Guy's a monster. You guys know how big this guy is. Biceps 15.7. Do you see these guns right here? You see these guns right here? These little skinny things right here? Yeah, that's literally, my biceps are bigger than his. I have 16-inch biceps on a good day. So if I take creatine in the morning, I literally surpass him in bicep size. Forearm size, 14.6. You see these puppies right here? Yeah, you see these puppies right here? Yeah. They're the same size as his too. Okay, maybe not. How do you even measure forms in arm wrestling? You know how many people I've seen do this? Like, do you take the tape here and do you measure here to here or here to here? Or is it like 14.6 inches of his that is like this? Anyways, doesn't matter. I'm on Lalatin's side. I'm rooting for Lalatin. I think Lalatin, I want to say he's going to destroy Morozov, but Morozov is absolutely no joke. But Vitaly Letnin's post and his top, his low-level top roll, I think it's going to be a little bit too much. And Lalatin is an absolute machine, man. But Morozov's a freak from Kazakhstan as well. You know what? For the sake of this video, I'm going to go with Morozov. I think Morozov's just going to be too much. I think his hook is going to be disgusting. And I think Lalatin's up for a rude awakening. If you guys like any type of prediction videos that I do, or just any type of analysis, let me know down in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you already haven't. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, peace.